All right, good afternoon, everybody. Preston Vogl here at Target Trading Academy with today's micros market recap. Let's get right into it with the date. It is Monday, February 5th at the close of New York. Let's start off with oil. Now, oil opening well inside of its range from Friday, practically on that close. It was just right there. We got it right away. Then we meandered around here for a bit if you just look at that time frame, and then we went down to this contract low, blew through it, and then they couldn't sustain that momentum to carry through and start going any lower. Had a retracement, and then you can see just once, twice it held, and it just consolidated for another extended period before they started retracing and used that resistance that was here for support for that giant move on the way up. So they did ultimately close net positive on the day. It was a fight here at this edge, this 71.82 edge, and then a fight down here as well at the new contract low that they just put in. So we're finishing net positive on the day. And then as far as gold goes, gold opened gap down well below that close, which is around here. That's from Friday. And you can see that we never went there. This is where we opened, and we closed around 30 was that close. So in this area. So we did have a fight at this HVA all day long. This 2031.7 edge held like a beast, not letting them get past it. You shall not pass. But ultimately never getting back to that close or even to that range from Friday. Now our equities, they opened inside of their range, practically opening up in the ES right on that close from Friday, having it move down. At that point, it's either they're gonna go to the value marker that they have prescribed, or they're just gonna do whatever they want. Right? Today, they rejected going to that other value marker that we had as a goal, and they tried later on. It was much higher, but they tried later on in the day. But for the most part, they had the sellers take charge, and you can see we had 1, 2, 3, 4 opportunities to go short. All those were winners. The fifth time, I think, was a little bit too much before they got back up there and they blew through it and then used that same area as support that you can see there twice before seeing that larger retracement. And then ultimately we're back down here. So we are finishing that down on the day. Handful of opportunities. It wasn't Monday. It was a little bit slower. That's just typical Monday. It's generally a little slow. Have to be patient for these setups. And then as far as the NASDAQ goes, it opened above that close. Let me scroll this back. I can't really scrunch it. Above that close. And they had a lot of pressure here. For the most part, you can see they just went sideways for a good 5 minutes or so. It was kind of slow, it felt like. It was just grindy. Ultimately, finally hitting that edge and giving us a reversal for that short. And then driving it down to that close. And then some. And they just kept up with that momentum. They blew through that HVA edge. And they barely got that ship turned around at that 17,608 mark before hitting this level of support resistance here from that step 3 and then just bringing it down. And then like the ES, they saw a large retracement. Now, that wasn't at an edge. Where am I from? Chicago? No. Wasn't at an edge. Happens every now and then. But they turned it around. That would have been ideal for that edge. But you know what? We can't win them all. We don't get to call them out all the time. But that's just the nature of the game, right? We call them out most of the time. But they did finally come back up and then use it one more time as a little launching platform to see its own retracement. And they got up there again to their opening values and then put in a little peak. And then they just kind of got stuck here for a little bit. Not a general area you want to be in. There's a ton of participation here. A large area of participation there from Friday. And it just got stuck there for a little bit before they retraced. And that's pretty much where it brings us today, just a little bit further down. We are finishing in, well, if we finish right now in the NASDAQ, we're just slightly above that close from Friday. You can see that here. But it's in the neighborhood. But we're down in ES, positive in gold and down. Positive in oil and down in gold. But if you'd like to learn more information about these levels and how you can get them onto your charts the night before your next day's trading activity, feel free to reach out to us. We are Target Trading Academy. You can find us on Facebook or go to our website at targettrading.co and get in touch with us at either location. We'll gladly show you what we do in our rooms each and every day. I look forward to seeing you there.